Traveling has changed my life so much for the better, and I hope it does for you as well. In this video, I'm going to go down all the countries, all 50 that I visited, and give you tips for when and if you get a chance to visit them. Rapid fire, now let's go. First on the list, Andorra. It's a mountain country up there nestled in the Pyrenees. It's a place to shop and eat in the main town, the capital town of La Vella. Drive out of the capital, hike in the winter, ski in the Pyrenees. Argentina, a beautiful place. Buenos Aires, wow, so much history, so much good vibe, so much to do. If you love empanadas, beer, steak, music, this is the country for you. Also get out in the countryside, it's beautiful. Australia, it's a whole nother world down under. Rent a bike, ride around town, go over the bridge leading up to the Opera House. I was there a few times, once getting in on an early morning flight, going directly on my bike and out to Bondi Beach and just exploring. Melbourne is also worth visiting. Good bars, good coffee shops. It can get crazy. I just have to say the Aussies are friendly. Austria, I need to visit the capital city of Vienna still. I've been there a few times down in the south of Austria, and I can definitely say it feels like you're in the Sound of Music set. The fresh air, the green countryside, Bahrain. It's this little island in the Persian Gulf. And I remember flying there from Saudi Arabia, looking out the plane window, seeing the island completely lit up. I had a chance to visit the prince in his palace and sit down with him for an interview. I was there at a luxury hotel, nothing but luxury. Belgium, the beer, and the bars. So much fun you can get up to in Belgium. And the bike races and more beer. They're cool little cities, from Bruges to Ghent to Leuven, the canals, places to explore, and beers to drink. Cambodia, Angkor Wat. I made a special trip there to see the largest religious site in the world, Siem Reap specifically. You fly in there and it has all the famous temples. I got up early, 2 different mornings, around about 5:30, got on a 3-wheeler, going to the different temples of the Khmer Empire. It's expensive there, but well worth it. Canada, I need to go back and I need to explore. I've been around Vancouver and the islands there, hiking, all the waterfalls, also around Toronto briefly. China, at first I didn't get along, I didn't love China, but on subsequent trips I fell in love. Go to Beijing and travel to the north, see the Great Wall. There's so much to eat, so many dishes to try. Have an open mind. Perhaps my favorite food in the world is in China. Spend around 3 days in Shanghai. It's a city that's electric, it's full of life. Eat all the little dumplings with crab inside them. Get the Chinese beer, the Qingdao. If you have time, get down to the southern part of the country, around about Guilin, and there are these massive mountains, just look beautiful like the Dolomites here in Italy. Croatia, so many beaches. It's a place that should be on your holiday list. Well worth the road trip from the south to the north, from Split to Ravni. Go there. Cuba, go visit before it changes forever. It's stuck in a time warp. Get a ride in one of the old American cars, smoke a cigar, drink rum in one of the Hemingway bars. Denmark, Copenhagen is so cool. They have the bike riding figured out. So many city bikes and so much cool vibes, so many coffee shops to explore. The canals, you can walk or ride anywhere and get one of those famous hot dogs. Egypt, I need to explore more. I was there once, walked over the border from Israel, had a drink, had some food. I need to go back. France, just think of Paris. You must go spend 4 days there. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, Montmartre, and the big boulevards of like the Champs-Élysées. Get out in the countryside if you have time, in the south, in Provence, the Côte d'Azur, or visit the Alps. Which countries have you visited? Drop some comments down below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, click that red button and join the community. And one of the last countries I've been to is Germany. Berlin is the place to go, a must. I spent 2 nights there. It has this beer bar vibe. In the winter, it has this winter markets. It's chilled out. And there are other big cities too, like Dusseldorf, that are worth exploring. Greece, it's the island life. Get a flight to Mykonos, explore the street, the beautiful white buildings, the homes, the ocean. Head out to the nearby islands with the ferry, like Paros, like Naxos. You'll fall in love with the food and the beer life. India, What a cool place. Mumbai is mind-blowing. Get in a rickshaw, explore the city, get off anywhere you go, explore the markets, the enormity, the people, the hustle and bustle. Ireland, Dublin and its bar scene is worth it at least one night in your life. Everything you've heard about Ireland is true. You will love it and go. Israel, go to the Western Wall and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem with all of its history, and then spend a day or two in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv has a super nightlife as well. Try the Gold Star beer. Italy. When I think of Italy, well, it's my current home. I think of Rome. I think of the food. I think of the Colosseum. And of course, here in Florence, the heart of Renaissance with its Duomo and the Statue of David. And yes, more food. And then you can go to other places like in the north, Venice and its canals. Jordan, it is surprisingly cool. One of the best countries in the Middle East. Obviously go there and explore Petra and the massive carvings there, but also spend some time getting lost in the capital city of Oman. We're gonna do this, we're getting through all these countries. Next on the list is Kenya. I spent about a week there chilling out on the beach at this place near Mombasa, drinking Tusker beer, went to some spice markets, saw some ruins, went out on the boat, going fishing. Make sure you devote 2 or 3 days to getting out on a safari. Luxembourg, it's a cool place. They have that language that some people speak, still the Luxembourgish language. Sometimes I've just driven through, or I've stopped there during the Tour de France for one of the stage starts or finishes. Malaysia, there's Kuala Lumpur, it's famous 2-tower skyscraper, but also there's so many beaches and so much cool vibe. Go up around the west side, hop around beach to beach. If you get thirsty, you know you can go to a 7-Eleven. There's a massive Chinese community, so explore the markets and the various plates to eat. There's so much fish food there. Head up to Langkawi. The Maldives, get ready for some island hopping in the Maldives. Go before global warming just wipes away all of the islands. Stay on a boat, take a boat trip for about a week. That's what I did. Cruising the waters, sleep on the boat, stopping at the small islands. In the mornings, you see the sun coming up over the horizon because you're down near the equator. Mexico, I want to go back and explore the capital, Mexico City, and the Baja as well. When I went growing up, I went down a couple times to the Yucatan Peninsula, exploring the beaches and the Mayan temples like Tulum. Monaco, if you're staying in Nice, go to Monaco over the border from France for one day and enjoy the luxury lifestyle. It's so small, there's not too much to see. I rode my bike through there a few different times, many different times, on the F1 course that cuts through the city on the roads, past the yachts. The Netherlands, when you think of the Netherlands, you think of Amsterdam and its canals. Roam the canals on a rental bike and the nightlife in and out of all the different bars. When you're there, make sure you go to the Van Gogh Museum. Oman, it's so cool and one of my favorite Middle East countries, up there with Jordan. There's so much to do, so much to explore in the countryside, the mountains, the beaches, everywhere down the coast, and the capital city of Muscat. The Omani people are so friendly too.
Like and subscribe!
Yeah. And did I mention the coffee shops? Palestine. I spent one afternoon there in a little town called Jericho, and I'm so happy I did, meeting some of the local children and hearing their stories. It will give you a greater appreciation of the Middle East conflicts that are going on there with Israel. And oh, try the Thai Bay beer. The Philippines, go there, island hop, go scuba diving. I swam with the whale sharks, got my scuba diving license. The waters are perfect for it. I went to Cebu City, then Dumaguete on Negros Island, then this little island called Siquijor, and that's a cool little island that drive around, rent a motorbike, explore on every little island. I love the Filipino people. Portugal, Lisbon. Go there, explore, eat, and drink, and get ready to have a good time. Ride the famous trams, go up to the Lookout Vista points, drink a Super Bock beer, and watch the world go by and the sunset over the river. Qatar, it's a wild place out in the Middle East, the peninsula, so much rock and desert. The capital city of Doha, every time I go there, it looks different. There are more buildings. I've been there around about 8 times. Go do some shopping, go to the old town, and get ready for the upcoming World Cup. Rwanda. Wow, what a cool country in Africa. Kigali is so clean and amazing, positioned amongst the massive lush green hills, buzzing with people and still recovering from the 1994 genocide. Head out to the countryside when you get a chance. Go to some of the coffee plantations. Go explore looking for the gorillas. At night, try the Primus beer or the Skull. If you're enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to support me and all the videos I'm making on this channel, please consider giving a super like. It'd be much appreciated. Now let's get back to the list, because next on it is San Marino. It's a landlocked country, an enclave here in Italy, a small mountainous republic. It's near Rimini in Italy. I went there. I hiked my way up to the top of the city to get a stamp in my passport. You can pay about 20 bucks for that at the city office there. Saudi Arabia, it just opened up to tourism. I went up to the northwest, this area called Alula, and go explore Hegra. It's the less popular but equally as impressive place as Petra in Jordan, made by the Nabateans 2,000 years ago. Their tombs are there. You can explore them, get all these amazing photos. Did I mention the coffee? Also, Singapore. Get to Singapore, this little country, but packed with good food, good nightlife. It's expensive, so if you're just over there for one day like I did, get a beer from the 7-Eleven and just sit there on the side of the road and watch the people go by, take in this global financial center. Slovenia, I visited there once, passing on my way to Croatia. The capital city of Ljubljana is cool with its canals. Spend a day there at night, get a dinner, and then the next morning head out to Postojana, the caves. They're massive, some of the biggest caves in the world. Spain, where to begin? Barcelona is one of the places that you must see, with the Ramblas, the Sagrada Familia, and Güell Park. You can see and do so much. And did I mention the tapas? Travel as much as you can around Spain. San Sebastian up in the north, Sevilla down in the south, Malaga in the south, a couple days in Madrid. At night, the tapas, the beer, and my favorite beer is Estrella Galicia when I'm in Spain. Sweden, it's one of the newest countries on my list, and I made the trip there when I was recently in Copenhagen. Took the bridge and the tunnel over to a city in the south called Malmo. Switzerland, it's green, the Alps, it's amazing. Lake Geneva is amazing, beautiful. Spend a few days there, spend some Swiss francs, have some local wine, have some of the food, and enjoy the views of Mont Blanc. Taiwan, the food and the coffees. The night markets, well, they're the best in the world. Go there with an empty stomach and explore. And the Taiwan beer. Climb up to the nearby mountainside and you get a great view down below the city in Taipei 101. Turkey, Istanbul, well, that should be on your list, even though there's a whole bunch of cool beachside cities down along the Black Sea. In Istanbul, watch the men fish over the Bosporus Strait, eat some seafood, admire and explore the mosque, climb up and see Galata Tower with the city down below, find a coffee shop and enjoy some Turkish coffee. United Arab Emirates, well, Dubai is the best. There's also Abu Dhabi. See the tallest building in the world, book a hotel that has a swimming pool and a great restaurant so you can just make a relaxing trip. And if you get some time, go out in the countryside. I rented a bike out in the countryside where there's around about 100 kilometers of bike paths in the desert. It also makes a great stopping point, a layover if you get an international flight. The United Kingdom, London, take the subway, go to Hyde Park, ride a city bike, see the Westminster Palace, and maybe get out to Abbey Road. The United States of America, my home country. My heart is in California with San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge, the streets that go up and down, the curvy Lombard Street, the trolleys, and down the coast, down Highway 101, the Bixby Bridge, and other places along the seaside, little towns like Santa Barbara where I used to live. The Vatican, another one of those small places in Italy that you can visit in one day when you're down in Rome. See St. Peter's Square, the Sistine Chapel, and St. Peter's Basilica. Vietnam, go see Hanoi, see Ho Chi Minh's body perfectly preserved in the museum, drink the amazing coffee that's served with a particular coffee maker and condensed milk. And then down in the south, Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, I climbed up to the building where the helicopter landed and took out the last Americans during the ending of the Vietnam War. And the beer, Saigon beer. Get one from a 7-Eleven or sit down at a little restaurant, have a Saigon beer. I suggest you do a motorbike trip around town or out to the Mekong Delta as I did, on the canals, see how the people are living out there on the boat markets. Up in the north near Hanoi, there's the Halong Bay, the boat trip. You can see the sunrise over the emerald water, the towering limestone islands. And up in the north, if you get a chance, I know I'm going long on Vietnam, but I loved it. It's the Sapa Valley. You can take a motorbike trip through the valley, and the food is just amazing everywhere in Vietnam. Now, you may have noticed I've only gone through 48 and not 50 countries. Well, 49 and 50 are still to come. The 49th, well, it's already been planned for. I bought a plane ticket to Bangkok. I'm going to explore Thailand. If you have an idea for number 50, we'll drop that right down below. Let me know your list of countries. How many countries have you visited, and which is your favorite country? And if you want to see a video on how I paid 110 euro for a coffee,